Alright everybody, welcome back to The Pale Beyond. I hope you all enjoyed these videos. That's actually way too loud, let me turn that down. Let's see now. That sounds okay to me. Let's go doctor's office. Actually no, we should take requests first, but first I'm gonna see if anyone wants to talk beforehand. Of course, lift one crate of spoiled rations. Spoiled rations. Rusted sustenance prepared by Tinning Company. Soggy. Exhumed from the Temperance. Furnace 3 fuel causes malnutrition. Basically probably not worth it. Wait a minute. Is this because we took in a lot of water? Oh yeah, this area is kind of flooded. Oh yeah, we can enter these holds. We can't enter here or here as the room's been flooded. Wait a minute, room's been flooded. Pump. We can, okay. I'll probably unflood the room so we can get more items out of them. That might be worth it later. Boiler room, got anything to say? Abandoned ship. Well, not quite yet. I do have a small bit more I want to do on this ship before we abandon it. I want to at least open up every single door down there if possible. It depends on how much time we have left on this ship. I don't think we have long. Captain's cabin. Okay. The meeting. Templeton, Kurt, Cordell, and Hammond stand inside. The beginnings of a meeting. Well, Captain, it's been 3 weeks. Kurt tells me there's still no change in the ice. None, and the best I can estimate, what change we will see won't set the ship free. I predict the Temperance is more likely to be crushed under the pressure of the ice. And how long will that take? A few weeks at most. Unfortunately, we have to look to alternatives rather than waiting for the ice to break up. Such as leaving the Temperance and making camp on the ice is something we will have to consider. Aye, the longer we stay on this ship, the more fuel we'll have to burn. Not to mention risking another boiler incident. Yes, the matter almost cost lives. Eating a small camp burns through much less oil. And without enough fuel to survive a winter, we're dead. Don't think I need to tell you that. It would not be quite as quick to pack up and move out just yet. Anyway, sorry, wrong character. And why is that? The ship is shelter, the ship is safety. Currently, there are quite a few hunting opportunities presented to us. We need to gather more food if we are to survive. Right, and most of the crew aren't ready to give up either. They're stubborn, just as any good crew should be. I'd rather not play into stubbornness when lives are on the line. He has a point. Crew thinks we gave up too early. They resent the captain for a lot. Though we now have a serious bloody flooding problem. We do? You might have noticed if you left the Dom forecastle. It is safer to take time to gather what we need before we leave rather than raid the ship once we make ice. Though the answer lies with the captain. Should we move off the ship this week? Yes. Inform the crew. Very well then, I will. It's time we left this forsaken ship. When we remove the boiler from the furnace, it's time for us to make our move. And if you're ready to go, just give the order. Well, there's a few things I want to do in the ship first. I need to get a lot of things done. Good thing there's no night. Okay, Tucker, the drunk sailor, what do you have to say? Mast was damaged when the ship was being tossed a while back, Captain. Best get someone to fix it before the Temperance is freed. Freed? Ship could come loose at any moment. Heading up repairs to the mast is a dangerous task. We don't even know that the ship will sail if the ice clears. It'll be worth it though. Unnecessary, the ship isn't going anywhere anytime soon. There's always the off chance. You're drunk. Not always. Mr. Zack, what do you have to say? I was summoned by Mr. Templeton. Yes, Mr. Isaac, this is regarding your personal item. What do you mean? I felt it to let the captain know you were carrying a weapon. Templeton, why did you not tell me this earlier? You didn't think it was worth bringing my attention to, because I don't know how to say that word. Ultimately, I decided it's worth discussing. Perhaps this is an unfamiliarity with expeditions, but I was surprised that this did not bring items to protect themselves. Many of the crew cannot afford such items to themselves. Captain, it's up to you what to do with this revolver. With all due respect, this is my personal item, Captain. It is the captain's right to request any weapon on ship, includes your own. You're free to hold on to it, Mr. Zack. Be careful. I will, Captain. I will take the utmost care with it. You would do well avoiding creating an imbalance of power among the crew. I doubt the sailors would take too kindly to such a thing. Well, I'm sorry, but, I'm not the kind of person to take something away from someone unless they're proved to a threat. And Mr. Zack proves less a threat than the entire crew even with a weapon. Grimly. Sure. There's a rumor going around amongst the crew. They're saying the ship is haunted by the ghost of Captain Hunt. What a ridiculous tripe. I thought I'd put a stop to it. Absolutely, we cannot allow rumors like this to run rampant. Confirm order. Aye, crew won't be pleased you're stopping their stories. It's better than allowing fear and suspicion to run wild. Aye. Cordell and your dog, Stanberry. You destroyed my hat, Stanberry. I'm fine with that, though. My own mistake. Captain, my dogs appear to be struggling in the on-deck kennels. They require the most secure form of shelter from their environments. Dog glues, I believe they're called. Yes, I require some hands to work in constructing them. For the health and safety of my pack. I'll put some crew to work on it. Thank you. We must focus on keeping the dogs safe. Without them, the crew stands a little chance of safety themselves. So then I'm guessing there's going to be something on the ice we have to do now. Head to the boiler when you wish to abandon ships, just sooner rather than later. Yeah, we do have to build a dog glue. But the scientists can do that. +1 sledding dog? What? Cordell shows the crew how to assemble safety shelters. Pet the dogs. We're still in the same place as before. Oh yeah, I forgot I got rid of all the scientists. Let's real quick send a scout out here. What is this? Is this a large animal? Hunt. What am I hunting? 1 cranberry seal. What's a cranberry seal? Bet it's a large animal. Alright, descend below deck. Descend below deck. We're gonna have a talk about how the food's spoiled. Okay, we can enter here. Lefty, you're going in with me. You and Lefty charge into the room with water flooding in from behind you. You only have time to grab 2 items. Tinned lemons, cure scurvy, spoiled tinned food, causes malnutrition, tinned food, and spice crates. Once per week, feed the hoosh to gain 3 food each. 1 crew member. For each crew member with scurvy or malnutrition. I don't feel like I want that. I think I want tinned lemons and tinned food. You're now freezing, but I'll get engineers to raise the heat when the time comes. Not right now. Wait, I only have 2 engineers. How can I put 3 people on it? That makes no sense. We either get into general storage or scientist hold. We can't do both unless we want 1 crew member to be real cold. I'll say general storage is probably going to be more worth it. Gnomes are coming in with me. You seem like a thief type. Just like me. Reduce dogs required by 1. We're at a total of 102. But it's 3 kegs of ale that can be used to cure demoralization. Alright, we'll grab the digging tools. And we'll grab the timber. Because I know it goes freezing into frostbite. Because I can't put Wait, I can put a sailor on this? No, it has to be engineers. Can't be scientists. Can't be Hammond. Which makes sense. He's a mutt wash, actually. I just realized that now. I'm a criminal. Alright, let's get 2 people on this. Confirm orders. Healed freezing. Healed freezing. Let's gather some coal. Run star. And Cavity can do it. They just feel like the proper people to put on it. I really want to go into the scientist hold. Runt, you're going in with me. No, I'm just joking. Here, Smoking Sailor. You're gonna get frostbite. You and Tashi charge into the room with the water flooding in from behind. You only have time to grab 2 items. Medicine. Reduced medicine required for... Reduced scientist required. Plus 10 decorum, plus 10 research, story item. Alright, I'll grab it. And then, can I either grab medical comforts, 10 lemonades... Lemon... Reduced scientist required by 1. Alright, now I'm pretty sure he won't die. I'm almost 100% sure, in fact, that he won't die. Feed the hoosh pot. Just throw some penguins in there. Penguins always make good food. Alright, so that will give us 18. That'll give us 30. That'll give us 50. Feed the hoosh pot. Return. We do have a lot of fuel. So wait, these are all spoiled rations now. So I don't think I want any of those. We have some food. As it stands. Feed the furnace first before we throw it out. I can put flares in there if need be. I do have some flares. This is for alerting humans and alarming wildlife. I'm feeling that'll be useful. I'm feeling we can use that and perhaps save someone from death. Alright. Abandoned ship. Rip out the boiler. The furnace is torn from the boiler. We're heading out then. Best tell the lads. How did you do that without anyone knowing? We're moving out? Yes, captain's orders. For now we should focus on setting up a campsite on ice. Leave the equipment haul in for later? No worries. I'll get them to work. We have a camp to set up. Before you know it. You're taking that with you. Can go day without it, can ya? Boy, the crew like their music. Fair enough, you better get home on them lifeboats next. They're a bit more important than an accordion. I know. Arf, arf. Calm, Stanberry, we're simply moving out to the ice. Arf. Yes, it's very exciting. The rest of you behave yourself. You will be treated with an extra helping of soup. I don't think the dogs can really understand yet, but I could be wrong. Well, there we have it. The heart of the ship ripped clean from her chest. But she still beats for the crew. How long were you waiting on that one? Well, cause it was shite. No time for poetry. Come on, let's get this bloody furnace set up on the ice. Alright, key item, the only item we can put here. Wait, does that get rid of all the fuel that was in there? No, it does not. Thank goodness. And then everybody decides to establish their stuff. Oh no, this is just storage, I'm guessing, then. These are housing. So wait, there's nothing more we can do in the ship, then? More stuff there? That really doesn't make sense. You'd think you'd want to huddle around the furnace. What are you doing up there? Now's a chance to get a last shot like this. Isn't that dangerous? Don't worry, I've done it before. Don't tell the captain. Okay. There, perfect. Farewell, Temperance. Captain, I hope your new lodgings are to your comfort. If not, I'm afraid you will have to power through until rescue. We say goodbye to the Temperance, but our work is far from behind us. We weren't going anywhere holding on to the anchor. Agreed. You've done well to strip below decks of the ship. Perhaps the wildlife should be our next focus. Regardless, we need our wits about us. We stand alone against the ice now. Open your journal. So there is the captain's cabin. We can still go in here. Into the forecastle, nobody in there. Descend below decks. Doctor's office, nobody's there anymore. My old cabin. You'd really think we'd rip out some of the stuff to use as firewood, but apparently not. Oh, strip for timber. Okay, I think I might do that as our last day here. Pantry, I don't want any expired food. Boiler room, flooded with freezing water, of course. Apparently nobody can get more coal out of there, so let's strip this for timber. Quickly, Runt, 2 Johns, and Tucker. Over here. We don't have enough manpower. We have just a few more people, but actually, let me look to see if there's anything else needs doing on the ice. The hoosh pod furnace, enter the request tent, map, medical tent. So the medical tent is also the photographer's tent. Anyone free for an interview portrait? No, I don't think so. Is there anything I can do for the crew? Not right now. Unless, can you cure frostbite? The med bay. Oh no, because he just got it by doing a task. Okay. I think I can put anyone in med bay, though. I think I can even cure demoralization with that. Okay, let's get the other 2 scouts to strip this for timber as well. That's all we can do. We say goodbye to the Temperance as we rip it apart. Call the crew for dinner. First dinner off the ice. We used all 25 men at our disposal. Oh, let's take a look. I really love the art in this game. Seems like Tucker and Cavity, you know, they're sitting next to each other talking. I'm guessing Tucker's probably drunk again. So Cavity has to sit next to him, otherwise he'll wander off and get himself killed. Cordell's waiting to be fed. Runt's petting a dog. Templeton doesn't like that a dog's trying to eat his food. Kasha's talking to the scouts. Lefty's standing there while the engineers, and I think that's... I think it's Runt's dog. Yeah, I don't see him anywhere else. That must be Runt's dog. Right there. There's Grimly playing his accordion. 2 Johns drinking all his soup. Gnome and the Smoking Sailor, I think that is, talking to each other. Along with York and the third over there. 3 scientist teams are like, just standing there, staring at people. The crew returned to their post. Despite the time, it's still bright lights outside. Well, I bet it won't stay that way for long. Okay, so now we can no longer go back to the Temperance, but there is this really tiny dot over here that apparently is a listening thing. Listen. It seems you no longer need to find a path through the ice. Now our focus is finding a safe path to land. No rescue ship will find us out here, nor will this ice hold the full year. Make it so, then. Evening, Captain. I've been reading the textbook. I understand if you don't have the free time. I've been reading, it's quite an interesting topic. Good, I hope you would enjoy it. I suppose the topic does provide an escape from the ice as well. Must retire for the evening. I'll see you for morning request. Jeez, there's a lot to do. My dogs have been restless all evening. The move to the ice is perhaps overstimulating. They'll settle down eventually. Let me get a closer look. It was good to hear Gnome recovered from their wounds. That incident with the boiler was rather dire. If nothing else, we can solace in avoiding a life being lost. The building next to my kennels often play. Building next to my kennels would often play music on their phonograph. I would hear it through the open window for months on end. I would hear it as I worked. Over time, I'd grown used to it. Do you miss it? To an extent, plus I have loyalty. More so, I miss the routine. Dogs need their rest, as do I, as do you. Pet the dogs? Yeah, pet the dogs. Pet the dogs. Pet the dog. Pet the dog. Is the same dog over and over again? No. After I click it again, it's a random dog. Unless I get really lucky and it was just the exact dog it showed up. So I'm guessing, yeah, I need to get real close to them for it to show. Speak to Kurt. Evening, Shaw. I've been thinking about our pay once we return to land lately. Don't mistake me for an sort, but I do have expenses to pay. Before we departed, I received a letter from one of my daughters asking to cover the cost of her stage school. It would be a shame to promise luxury only to retract it, don't you think? I wasn't aware you had a daughter, Kurt. 2, in fact. Both with the first wife. I'm flattered, but I really ought to be getting some rest, Shaw. Alright, let's listen. Mr. Zach, what do you have in your pocket? What does it matter to you? Hunched over, clutching something. It's suspicious. I'm holding an egg. Egg? Why? Keep my hands warm. Boiled egg keeps heat. That's actually rather ingenious. We know the cold weather new law anyways. So that's what his hands are doing in his pockets. He's holding a boiled egg to keep his hands warm. Speak to Hammond. One of the Temperance team tried to talk to me while I was working. They were going on about their spouse or something. Ended up telling them to fluff off. I think they got the message. You have full permission to do so anytime your work is interrupted. Don't need your permission. But I know you understand. Can't enter the furnace with me yet. Surprised you didn't tell me to fluff off. And I swear, when that hook came swinging, Captain Hunt had to put me down. That was 5-6 years ago? I had no clue what I was doing. Both of us nearly lost an eye that day. Same expedition, Ward lost his arm. Oh, that's where Runt's dad lost his arm. At the time, I don't even think Hunt knew what he was doing either. I'm sure he did. He seemed like a good captain. Aye, he is. Served us well, no doubt. Do you need something? Just checking in on my crew. Your crew? Worried about the vote, aren't you? Oh, is that it, Shaw? I don't care about that. I'm genuinely checking in. Are you now? Alright, let's leave it at that, Grimsley. Nice of you to check in, Shaw, but I think it's time the crew called it a night. And that Grimsley does not like me. The crew was awfully fond of Hunt. Is. A word to the wise, Robin. I have nothing against you, but we sure don't know you either. It's going to take more than simple pleasantries to earn Grimsley's trust. Ah, that Grimsley man. Let me go look at him. Let me go look at the specialist tab. Grimsley likes me the least. Junior almost is loyal to me. Arthur, I made a mistake and lost like 20 loyalty. Cordell, I made the same mistakes, I think. Kurt likes me from the very start. Hammond likes me, but not that much. Everyone's deployed. Anyone else to talk to? I think I already talked to Templeton. Alright, I guess I'll call it a night then. Guess we end the week. I wonder when the Temperance is going to go under the ice. So we're going to lose 50 fuel and 50 food. We could lower the food, but then we lose 10 decorum. I don't want to lose decorum right now. I know we don't have much fuel or food. Another week in the ice. Tasha has been cured of their freezing. How did they get cured of their freezing? Oh. When the boiler was hot enough, it cured him of his freezing. I'm a bleeding idiot, but at the same time, I'm a bleeding genius. I'm not bleeding, though, so I don't understand what I'm saying at the same time. I understand, but I don't understand. The young woman, Kasha. The flash of her camera has startled my dog several times now. It is growing tiresome. If it proves a great distraction, let me know. Captain, I doubt the war would be enough to stop her. The camera is her sole purpose out here. As much as an annoyance it can be, it would not be right to rob her of that. I agree. I just told you to let me know. I didn't say I was going to take the camera from her. Can I talk to either you or Arthur? No. Arthur seems like a bunch of nerves. Like at any moment he'll just explode. Like literally, he'll just die on the spot because someone asks him a question. I'm not joking. Alright, we'll send another scout. You're the third out here. Alright, fine, we're going to go hunt food. After we take request. We shall hunt. Alright, take request. Let's see, we got Cordell, Junior, Hammond, and Grimly. Let's take the bad ones first, leave the good ones for last. Grimly, Shaw. Put a stop to those rumors going on about Hunt. That's simple. Those sailors do seem to listen to you. I will not be hearing them whisper again. Alright, Junior, what do you have to say? Shaw, I was investigating the tinned food we picked up from the Temperance. I should have expected this, but the tins were spoiled in the flooding. Is it still edible? Are you serious? Can't afford to be too selective, may not be pleasant, but if we need about poisoning the crew, it may still serve as rations. Hard to tell for certain there. Well, it certainly tastes like death, but it may still be edible. The may in the sentence is not so comforting. Food is food, but I'm not sure it's worth the risk. What do you think? Not worth the risk. I have no intention of poisoning my crew. I suppose we're better off avoiding that. One tin of peaches ain't likely worth the risk of poisoning. I'm sure it will be one day. Right, Cordell, what do you have to say? Captain, thank you for building some proper shelter for the dogs. I appreciate the assistance from the crew. Well, the dogs are an important factor of this expedition. I'm certain you and your kin will repay us in kind. You not worry about that, Mr. Templeton. Again, thank you, Shaw. Hammond, just the man I wanted to see. Captain, the Temperance life is short, but we're in luck. Some good fortune. The lower decks are flooding quick, but that's fine. The coal is still usable. We should grab as much as we can before she goes under. Agreed, we must gather as much coal as possible for the first. Aye. Best get to it. Good point. As long as the Temperance is still afloat. Captain, I'd find it wise to have a word with the journalists among our crew. For whatever reason, Hunt allowed for a photograph of no stand experience to tag along with this expedition. As it stands, Kasha Belfold record is what will stand the test of time when this expedition is spoken of. It would seem she's not made allies to the crew. Kasha, she doesn't seem like the type to make enemies. Not with a purpose or malice, Captain. The sailors of the crew are a private lot. They do not take kindly to prying eyes of a landlubber, as they would say. Remember, Captain, she controls the story. She controls your story. Best to have a word. Remember, Shaw, reputation can be fragile. You do not need an unflattering image at a time like this. I mean, I'm already a criminal, so I already have an unflattering image. Very sorry to say. Tucker. Fluffing hell. What is it this time, Tucker? These bloody cigs ain't worth the shit I stepped in. You're the only man in the ship who can. You're the only man I know who can step in shit on the ice, mate. Bloody right. Whether the pack of cigarettes he has is not good, that sucks to be him. Okay. I think this is worth it. Emptying the drawers and boxes, find all the valuable research you can. Good. Doctor's office, can't do anything there. I just gotta make sure I do everything, alright? Do not want spoiled food, can't take malnutrition, I'll literally die. You need 5 people to do this, by the way, it's not worth it. Just to get 2 more items that I know they're pretty good items. But I really don't think it's worth it. Okay. No, wait. Did I get all of them? Yeah, I got all. Wow. The red room's flooded. The coal bunker's not flooded. I'm surprised. We lift a stack of coal. We need everybody on this. Tucker, Cavity, you're already on the ship. Runstad. Tend to get to work. Gather as much coal as possible. I feel like the Temperance is going under soon. I have this feeling within my bones that the Temperance is going to go under in a day's time. And by a day, I mean a week. Because apparently these people are very bad at being efficient. They can only live one stack of coal a week. Rips. When was the last time you slept, Chief? I got a good couple hours in a while back. A couple? You're gonna work yourself to death before we ever make it to land. Heard that before. But it hasn't bloody happened yet. Back to work. Yeah, he probably will work himself to death one day, but I'm sure that's perfectly fine. Alright, send out some dogs over here. Quinsley, you go. Gosh. Here's the only source of food we have. Runt, 2 Johns, Tasha, and Gnomes. You're gonna go out, and you're gonna bring back some seals. Ah, man, that's about all we can do. So these are 14 out of 15. We got 4. Oh, so we can actually get the migration pattern here. I don't know. All I know is these seals probably have a lot of blubber. Oh, we don't have them in our inventory. That's weird. Key items. One large animal killed at each hunted location. An accordion. Research. Camera. Engineering tools. We do have 2 digging tools, which does lower the amount of dogs. We wouldn't be able to do that if we didn't have those. Is there really nothing else we can do with the rest of the crew? Enter the medical tent. Photographer. Anyone free for an interview? Sign a crew for interview. Lefty. Ah, that was not good. Can I send you to the med bay? Can I send you to do anything? I can't get anyone to cook up medical science stuff. I need a bloody drink. If I don't drink tea, man. Feed the furnace. Let's throw some timber in? No, we'll use the coal first. Timber's a last resort. That'll be wasting some fuel. Not doing that. There you go. Feed the furnace. I'm not wasting 1 fuel. Trust me. I won't. It's on the menu this week. So we have to wait till next week to get the food back. To get those seals. Okay. We don't have much food. In fact, we don't have any food. This cures scurvy, so that won't help. Darn it all. We don't have enough food. Like, we're exactly missing 2 food to do normal rations. Do I really want to give someone malnutrition? Which eventually will turn to scurvy. And that can't work while I have malnutrition. Just call the crew for dinner. I'm fine with losing a bit of decorum. The crew have their meal. The crew return to their post. Despite the time, it's still bright outside. Kasha. As you pass by, you see Kasha adjusting her camera. She stands, partially obscured. She finds the right angle for shots. As you step to her side, she raises her head to look at you. What are you taking photos of? Right. The crew, of course. This is quite the unusual situation we're in. I want to capture the mood. Maybe if I could place it beside our initial crew photos, compare and contrast. Oh, that's brilliant. I'm sure many of them have stories to tell. Kasha's eyes dart to the crew, briefly lingering on the statue of Kurt, then back to you. Of course, I'm sure many of them have plenty to stare. Stare? No, share. For now, though, I think I'm better off in the background taking pictures from a distance. Yes, well, stay here. I don't have time to no. Do you dislike Kurt? Honest question. Not at all. I don't dislike Kurt. It's simply that I followed Kurt's expeditions a lot as a child. So seeing him in person is odd. Is he shorter than you expected? Kasha lets out a small laugh. He's taller, actually. It's more than that up till now. Do you have an idea? Does this make any sense to you? Kurt is just another person like you or I. I suppose so. Well, I'll leave you be. I'm still looking for the right shot. Okay, we did not lose. Oh my goodness, there's so much to listen to and so many people to talk to. New York the 3rd, what do you have to say? A crew member approaches you during dinner. Captain, you look like you could use some more to eat. Taking up responsibility as captain is as admirable as it is inevitable. Please, help yourself to some of my own rations. Frankly, I'm stuffed. That's rather kind of you. Thank you. So Junior doesn't like that. -1 decorum. But Kurt likes that. Others in the crew roll their eyes and let out heavy sighs of your acceptance of the offer. What? They don't seem to approve of your attempts at gratifying command. What? Rude. You ever had pancakes, Shaw? Served some for Captain Hunt once. He seems to be demanding them every now and then. Can't get them early into the trip, though. Ingredients don't last that long. Stop, you're making me hungry. Ha, well, don't expect me to whip you up anything this late. Okay, good, we didn't lose any morale. I was worried we'd lose morale there. I can't afford to lose any more loyalty with these either two. The Stork brothers really don't like me. They're loyal to Hunt, and only to Hunt. Worked with a lot of captains in my time. Half of them don't know their ass from their elbows. You're different from most of them. Better or worse? Different. I mean, he didn't say worse. We'll see, won't we? Yeah. Listen, Captain. You get your photos snapped by that photographer too? Aye. She's a lot of lumber for sure. Treating us like we're some sort of novelty. I don't have much of a problem with it. Good conversation at least. I'd rather less good conversation out here. And there it was, face to face with a leopard seal. Dangerous creature, cannot be mistaken for a ravaged seal. Natural hunters, much faster on land than you would expect. How'd you deal with it then? I was lucky I had my hunting shotgun at the ready. We were feasting on leopard seal that night. Of course, of all the times the crew wasn't filming. Pull the other one. It's true. The other time Kurt continues rambling on. It seems he'll be at this for a while. Templeton, we did the same. Shaw, it's been some time since we met. When I first met you at the docks. Landborn, I knew you all suited for this role. Are your thoughts different now? Please don't lose me more. No, +5 loyalty. Oh, thank God. At least Templeton's someone I can please. It remains to be seen, does it not? I can say I did not see this turn of events ahead of us. Yeah, then you're gonna say, yeah, you must retire for the night. Alright, Grimsley, you hate me. Missed the water. Got used to playing on a rocking ship. Start feeling sick when I'm off it for too long. First person I've met to suffer land sickness. It's not normal, you know. Wasn't always like this, just how it turned out. Thank God I can do something right. Lefty. That photographer, Melfold. What about her? Did she come snooping around your tent as well? I caught her prying a couple of times. I guess she found nothing on you? No, she did not. We could all learn something from Yakashi. It's rather morbid, Shawl, but our last conversation had me wondering about those children of mine. Specifically, I wonder on whether I'll ever see them again. It's not something you can imagine, I know, but the threat does always exist in these expeditions. I signed up knowingly. We must be proud to have a famed explorer for our father. Ah, minus 5 loyalty. You would think. A famed man makes a busy man, and a busy man makes for an absent man. There are only so many gifts you can send from across the sea, Robin. I mean, of all the people to lose loyalty with, this is fine. This guy has so much loyalty to me that I should be fine. Evening, Captain. There was a song that found itself stuck in my head earlier. The dogs were pleased and I began humming to it. I fear I might have to make it a habit. I'm just gonna say this one. An aspiring singer, are you? Plus 5 loyalty. Certainly not. Don't hold any presumptions on my ability to hold a tune. Oh my goodness. There's a few people who I always know how to please, but everybody else is just like, this idiot's on it again. Please, go away. Please, get away from me. Dr. Nutley. Mr. Templeton. I trust all is going well. Well, as it can be. All thanks to your expertise, I take it. I try my best. We should continue to do so. We wish not for any further incidents. Wait. Feed the hoosh pot. Shouldn't I have seal by now? No. It's still the same day. What am I talking about? Right, I can talk to Dr. Nutley. Captain, is there anything you miss from home? I don't mean anything important. I'm sure there are people you miss. I mean, small comforts. Does warmth qualify as a small comfort? Plus my loyalty. Well, you certainly aren't alone there. I doubt I'll ever grow used to the cold. Personally, I miss tea. I would drink a cup every morning right before sleep. I didn't think I'd miss such a small habit so much. I mean, it makes sense to me. I wonder how my editor will find the report when it's finished. It was a nightmare getting my plague story published. Only the Daily Appeal was willing to pick it up, and they were hardly the most reputable of paper. You did wonders for their reputation, I understand? Yes, and they're more willing. Yes, and they're more than willing to coast off mine. Not that I mind, people buy the Daily Appeal just for my reports. I prefer that to being drowned out by the other voices. Well, that's good, I suppose. You gotta finish developing these. View your photo library, you just snapped some new photos, I see. Because these are all still the same. You got a picture of gnomes next to some dogs. And you got a picture of Kurt doing an epic pose. Or whatever that is. Maybe it's heroic. I don't know. I'm not the fancy person. Yeah, so they're getting the food from here. I mean, we probably wouldn't want to scout there, but we can't scout anywhere as it'll cost us too many dogs, as everything has a minimum of, you'll never guess how many dogs. I know, it's crazy, 3. No matter what, you have to have 3 dogs. I think I'd probably want the migration status of these once I see it. Alright, we end this week. I'm thinking I'll do 1 more week. If it's too long, I'll switch it up a bit. Now, I think no matter what, the crew is going to face a bit of starvation as we don't have enough food. We could use up more fuel and gain, but I'd rather just not lose any. I'd rather not use up that much fuel. Because of this, one crew member will become malnourished. We can fix that. Minus 50 food, minus 25 decorum. No, 25 food. More seals, more crew available. Gnomes becomes freezing on a sled hunt. Your third has become malnourished. Start next week. Alright, I'm guessing we're gonna get a picture of the Temperance going under. No, she still floats. I'm honestly surprised. Of course, we can't go back in. It makes sense. Alright. Ah, doctor, how are you holding? Still fighting yourself with bouts of sickness? No, that isn't a problem. It was only seasickness. Now that we're no longer at sea, my stomach settled. For the most part. If you ever feel the queasiness set in once more, learn an old trick on my travels. Simply close your eyes and count backwards from 10. It worked like a treat in my youth. Right, I'll try that. To the medical tent. How can you be both inside and outside at the same time? You must have rushed in. I was like, oh no wait, I have to get back in there. It's only 6 hoosh and only 6 fuel. I mean, it's not that bad. 4 of them is 24. Meaning... Unfortunately... We still don't have enough food. By 3. Oh well, what can you do? Oh, the Temperance is going under now. I'm glad we left. Continue to watch. Yeah, I love this art. It's very good art. I'm not the best drawer. But to me, this kind of looks like handcrafted. Like, they actually did this. Like, very well handcraftedly. You can sort of see it, and look, there's small, tiny, minor things that just don't look quite right with it, because, you know, it's a painting like this. That doesn't look quite right, but it does at the same time. It's like each frame is a painting. And there we go, the Temperance went under. That'll either lose me decorum or gain me it because I'm a genius. She's gone. Heads hang low amongst the crew. Demoralized, demoralized, demoralized. Oh, the scientists be— oh my goodness, you're both freezing and demoralized, gnomes. You're just gonna stand there, you're gonna give them something to burn. Or you're gonna burn a bit of timber as well. We're gonna use photograph, assign crew for interview. We're gonna cure gnomes of... We're not gonna cure gnomes of his, demoralization. We're gonna cure him of his freezing. Alright. Take request. Kasha, what do you want? Oh, Kasha and Hammond. Captain, take a look at this. Before the ship sank, I was checking the cabins of, well, the missing crew. Seems they left behind a good amount of their belongings, a good few books and the like. Not much use for them now. I put them on top of the list of the list to burn for fuel. We can't do that. Yes, we can. We're gonna need as much fuel as we can find, Belfold. You'll need a good reason to preserve them. These aren't simple novels the missing crew brought with them for leisure. They left their journals behind, their diaries, log of their life in the ship, and before. They can't be burned. Captain, I request that I hold on to these journals for my report. I think the rest of the crew appreciate their story being preserved. I suppose the sailors will not take kindly to burning the remains of their lost colleagues. I mean, what else do we have? Not much we can burn out there. That won't be necessary, Kasha. Keep the books for your report. I know I'll probably lose loyalty with you, but I'll gain it with you. Yeah. Better find something else to burn, Captain. We can't hold on to the bloody... We can't hold on to bloody well everything. Thank you, Captain. I can ensure that their story is told. Won't be able to do that if we freeze to death. I'm sure it wasn't that much fuel anyways. We have maxed out fuel. Probably wasted a bit of it. Sure, I don't suppose you've been keeping track of the days. Of course I have. Well, you'll be pleased to know that today is Imbolc. I'm not aware of such an occasion. Not surprised you wouldn't recognize it. To us, it's a major holiday. Don't expect to ask for the day off. No. Imbolg often comes with a traditional feast, but it may be good to hold one for the sailor's sake. Minus 25 food, plus 23 decorum. This will probably lose us it, and this will probably lose us a little bit less. I see no problem. Treat them to a feast. I'll see to it. I'll make sure they have the best Imbolg feast they can. I'm probably saying that incorrect, and I don't even know if that's a real thing. It probably is. I don't know, I'm not a sailor. I never claimed to be one, because I ain't. Turns out. Turns out a man who claims to not be a sailor ain't a sailor. Who could have expected that a man who says he's not a sailor is not a sailor and knows absolutely nothing about any of their traditions, or basically anything about sailing. Alright, I'm saying we explore for more food. We do need it. You're malnourished, but you don't have scurvy. You might become freezing. No, I need food. Penguins. Perfect. I can't send gnomes out. I'm gonna send the runt. I'm gonna send the runt star. I'm gonna send Cavity, and I'm gonna send Tucker. We'll bring back some emperor penguins tomorrow. Well, technically next week. Quinsley, what's here? Penguins. Tasha, Runt. Mr. Gloss. One engineer can afford to go, technically. You. We don't have enough dogs. We're missing exactly one dog. Right, listen. Do you have any experience with cameras? No, but they can't be too complicated. Why don't you go and break yours? No, but I was wondering that if something did happen, you would at least have some parts to fix it with. I should. Question is, if I want to waste good parts in your bloody camera. Spare parts, you're hardly going to be wasting them. What more could some spare scrap be used for? You have no idea. I'm guessing it can be used for a lot of things then. Does anyone have to say anything in here? No. Do you have anything to say? You're not even there. In fact, you don't even exist right now. I'm not sure where you went. Alright. I didn't want to do this. That is the only way. You're malnourished. You're malnourished. Feed the hoosh pot. We don't got much, we can feed him. I don't want to put this in until someone gets scurvy. But everybody's just malnourished. They don't got scurvy. In fact, a lot of people are malnourished. Oh no, we're gonna have to do half. Then another person's gonna get malnourished, and then another, and then we're all gonna die. Oh well, what can you do? The crew have their meal. I've already assigned everyone to everything. The crew have returned to their posts by the time it's the bread outside. Nothing. Nobody's. Oh no, wait. Temple's and something the same. You have to retire for evening, okay? Nothing happened that week other than the temperance went under. A lot of demoralization. Everybody's sick and dying. The usual stuff that happens when I'm around. Wish we could do this, but we don't have enough food. Half rations, as always. There, return to 4 Emperor Penguins. Front stop became freezing on us. Ah, I forgot to use one of the engineers. Oh, no. Gnomes is demoralized. Tucker's malnourished. Has progressed into scurvy. You now have scurvy. Mr. Gloss is demoralized. Dr. Third's malnourished. Progressed into scurvy. Cavity has become malnourished. That sounds bloody bad. Bloody bad. Hammond. You see Hammond working at the boiler. Shit. Is there a problem? No, force of habit. Don't need me to sleep at the post. You need something, Captain? You should get some rest. I'm not mad, Captain. I get rest when I can. I know what I'm doing, Shaw, if that's what you're wondering. If you don't need anything, I'm going back to work. Well, it seems the crew are adapting nicely. They're getting along with their jobs like clockwork. Feels like we're back in the open ocean again. They know they're in for a long haul. Well, I'll see to it that they keep up the good work. And you see to it that they're entertained when the work is done. You're short in words, aren't you? Prefer to talk more through your music, eh? A sailor with the heart of a poet. Sure. Alright, Captain, we've had our share during the hunting season, but it appears to be winding down. I'm put my faith in there being an abundance of game in the coming weeks. That's not good. That's not bloody good. I don't even have food as it is. Let's cure everybody of their scurvy. 3 for right now. I think that last guy there is just malnourished. But I need to check before he dies of scurvy. Because I'm a bleeding idiot. Okay, you're just malnourished. You're freezing. Okay, let's actually throw all the food into the hoosh pot first. That's it. 4 penguins. It's barely enough. What happened to those people who I sent out to go get other penguins? Oh, I never was able to send them out. That's right. I really should have gotten more food when I had the chance on the ship. Take a quest. As long as we can stay at 50, we should be fine. Junior and Tucker, the drunk sailor. Sure, you got matter we need to settle with you. I don't see the problem here. Tucker was going through his personal belongings on the ship and we found this. A tin of treats, biscuits, confectionaries, quite a lot. And I was hardly hiding them away. Just my own personal selection, a gift from my grandmother before the expedition. Baked them herself. I understand you see these as your personal effects, and that was true to point, but it stands. Food is food, we need all you can get. You cannot reasonably hold it to yourself. They're hardly feeling, they're just some biscuits. They're feeling enough. Listen, now's not the time to keep something like that to yourself. Pinned onto the Tucker, but don't waste them, we could use them in a pinch. No. You can keep your stuff. Thank you, Captain. Wait, Junior actually gained loyalty? Thank you, Captain. For one though, I may have to dip into your supplies. Don't go through them all in one day. Of course, of course. Junior actually got loyalty from me not taking the biscuits. I would have never guessed that someone would like me more if I didn't do what they want. I always expect the opposite to happen. You, and you. We need more penguins. But first, actually, let's scout around a bit, see if we can find some more penguins out there. Ooh, fish. This makes the dogs instantly come back. But it's just too much supplies it'll take. More tiny penguins, and more tiny penguins. This is just tiny penguin paradise. Tosh, 2 Johns, Brunt, and Cavity are marked down for the hunt next week. Also, it's next week. Gnomes, we need to get rid of that. We're gonna send you, and you on the hunt as well. Alright, we're gonna go back. We're gonna go to the furnace. We're gonna get the engineers to raise the heat by 1. To heal the freezing. We're going to go send... assign a crew member. Gnomes, he's demoralized. Since the ship sank. And we have 2 men left. Wait a minute, aren't they scientists? Or did I send them all on an expedition? I sent them all on an expedition. Who's left? 1 engineer and 1 sailor. Can they do anything? No, I don't think those 2 people can do anything. Unfortunately, no. Alright, call the crew for dinner. The crew have their meal. Crew return to their post. Yeah, it's still bright outside despite the time. Let's talk to people and that'll be it for the video. Did I tell everybody to like and subscribe and go follow me on Rumbles? I don't think so. Barely any taste in these fluffing cigarettes. You mentioned that before. What brand are they anyway? Operation, same group who tends those peaches. Yeah, they're shite. At least there's plenty of it. Would rather there wasn't. You'd rather be craving at a time like this? Suppose not, they're just, I don't know. What do they know about tobacco? Fair point. Wouldn't want him to not have enough tobacco to smoke. That'd be bad. Been trying to come up with a new song, something about seals I'm thinking. Hard to think though, ones are too distracting. But I haven't had a new song in a while. You're the creative sort then. I suppose. Don't write anything down. It's just off the top of my head. At least we didn't lose any loyalty. You're not married, are you, Shawl? Take it from me. If you ever do find yourself wedded, it's not as easy as it looks. Leave the matrimony behind, Kurt. We're only as good as the unhappiest man. You said it yourself. Har, you're right. I suppose I should follow my own advice. I'm guessing he's had a divorce or something. Reading, Mr. Templeton? Yes, though it is difficult to find light. Do those your age still read, or has intellectualism passed us by? Well, I haven't read chilling horrors like yourself. Is that a collection, Mr. Templeton? It is a good read, nonetheless. Must retire for the evening. Geez, you don't do anything anymore. Haven't you demoted? I was saying Hammond's first mate. Good to see ya. Good to see ya. Don't hide away from the crew in the evening, Shawl. Ladborn. You didn't seem the type when I first saw ya. Call it a present supplies. I'm sure I have more common than the normal colonial sort. Thingies. Gosh! Heard the same thing from plenty that share your background. Just gained his loyalty only to lose it. I mean, we do have enough food, right? We do have one more cure in scurvy. I'm keeping these people alive and they still don't like me. Can't turn the furnace if you yapping at me. What's that? One of the doctor's books. Since when could you read? It's got pictures, doll. You interested in medicine, are ya? A little. Better work than this, anyways. Come, Josephine, in my flying machine. What? Is that a song? Probably. Apologies, the tune has not left my head in weeks. At the very least, I've found the manner to calm down the pack. You sound like you have classical training. Gosh darn it. Are you complimenting or interrogating? Your tone suggests the latter. Regardless, you grant me far too much credit, Strawl. What did I expect? What did I expect? Wait a minute. Captain, the stellar folk among the crew seem resent to my report. Soulborn people are rather private about their culture, especially when someone like myself is asking. I'm wondering, is my report invasive? Am I taking advantage? Supposing I might be the right person to ask. Your telling is an objective story, nothing more. Tailors to speak up. Part of me hopes they will. I don't know where I stand with them. As it stands, it's hard to tell what they think. Arthur, evening. I found some old trinkets in my luggage to a play I planned to see before we departed. Unfortunately, it was delayed due to several accidents. People began to say that the production was cursed. Never believed in curses, but after this expedition, well... I really want to say this to him, but I know this is going to lose me like 15 loyalty. Remind of Science Doctor, to get him based on superstition. Please. Oh, of course. Goes into the line of thinking is irrational. You gotta be kidding me. Great. So, Junior doesn't like me that much. Arthur doesn't like me at all. Cordell, I'm losing loyalty of everybody. It's just like... I can't help but piss people off now, can I? Apparently not. And people's expectations of me appear to be raising, as Templeton's was way lower earlier. Alright. It's nighttime now. Maybe something good will happen. Once. Normal and normal. We're out of food. We're out of fuel. Thankfully, we do have some penguins. You can't freezing on a sled hunt. Mr. Zack became freezing. Gnome speaking, yeah, longer demoralized. Cavity is no longer malnourished. Mr. Gloss is no longer demoralized. Minus 5 decorum, that doesn't make any sense. He's no longer demoralized. Anyways, we're gonna end this at week 10. Imagine that. We only left 3 weeks from port and we got stuck in the ice. But yeah, that's gonna do it for today's video. Hope y'all enjoyed. I'm just pissing everybody off. That doesn't look good. Now it looks like the ice is cracking there. In fact, the ice all around us looks like it's cracking, in fact. We need to move out of here. I don't know. I don't know much about the ice. Or the sea, for that fact. I'm literally like the wrong person to be in this role. Ugh. If I just picked like a Saltborn, I probably would have done better at this. But anyways, that's gonna do it for today's video. Hope you all enjoyed. Goodbye and thanks for watching. Ugh. Started on week 6, ended on week 10. I'm pretty sure in the beginning of the video I forgot to tell people to like and subscribe and go follow me on Rumble. That's gonna be a slight problem. I hope this series is more popular than it currently is. I mean, currently technically it's popular based on impressions to views. With the less impressions needed to get view, which an impression is just when someone scrolls past a video. So I'm getting way more views based on that. Maybe my titles are better now. And everything's just better now. Maybe the quality of my videos are better. Who knows? I know I don't. Watch time's also slightly increased. It's nowhere near Civilization, that was almost at the very end of the video. Per view. But it's better than normal. I just wish people would watch through farther than like 4 minutes into the video. And then decide to click onto something else. But people have short attention spans nowadays. Surprised people can even have conversations with as short as attention span as people have. Anything else? Or do I just end the video here? Watch time views, everything's good. But Civilization is the thing I get the most watch time from, so... I don't know. Maybe I should just do more Civilization videos. I mean, I'm only making 5 videos a week now instead of 10. So, these are going to be a bit longer. I'm going to try to make them higher quality. But, I don't know, maybe these are worse than before, perhaps. I don't know. But anyways, that's it. Well, it's negative 28 degrees. I'm guessing for each one of these, we need more fuel, and more likely chance to get frostbite and whatnot. But yeah, that's it for the video.